Ahoy, intrepid sea dogs and landlubbers alike. Today we embark on a grand voyage down some of Southern California's storied coast, starting at Channel Islands Harbor in the poetically named town of Oxnard, where sailboats, sea lions, and seafood all live in a tense state of truce. It's the quieter cousin to Ventura Harbor, but a major gateway to Channel Islands National Park, aka the Galapagos of North America. Our mighty vessel is a Riviera 47. That's right, 47 feet of pure Australian swagger. It's got 2 Cummins diesel engines, enough room for a long weekend away with 2 couples, and the smoothest ride this side of the Pacific. On our port side, just as we leave the harbor, Port Hueneme, pronounced Wa-Nee-Me because, of course it is. Once a quiet Navy port, now it's the Ellis Island for Korean cars. Every Kia and Hyundai you see in California probably came through here. Slightly sea-legged, but eager for freeway life. Point Mugu Naval Air Station. This is where the Navy tests things that go boom. Missiles, drones, maybe even alien tech. We're not saying it's Area 51 with better weather, but we're not saying that either. For the next 30 miles, the mountains flirt with the sea. Welcome to Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area. It's not just a mouthful, it's the longest stretch of undeveloped coastline in Southern California. So the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area features some of the most pristine coastline. And what's really hard to believe, this is attached to Los Angeles, one of the major metropolitan areas in the world. First landmark, Mugu Rock, a dramatic sea stack created when Highway 1 was dynamited straight through the mountain in 1937. Classic Caltrans. Blow it up and name it scenic. Basically, it's SoCal's answer to the Rock of Gibraltar minus the monkeys, but with more car commercial filming. Here's the giant sand dune, once a rite of passage for off-roaders and sandboarders before the sign says please stop doing that. On this trip, we gave it its official name, Half Dune. County Line Beach is next, popular with surfers, Instagrammers, and people who insist they saw Matthew McConaughey here once. Pro tip, stop at Neptune's Net for fried seafood and the best people watching outside a Harley dealership. At Leo Carrillo Beach, named after the actor who played Poncho in Cisco Kid, you'll find caves, tide pools, and more than a few film credits. Grease, Karate Kid, Castaway, Inception, and Point Break. Yes, that surf scene were all shot here. So next time you're quoting Via con Dios, you know the place. This beach is pure A-list. And now welcome to New Billionaire's Beach, because someone bought out most of old Billionaire's Beach of Carbon Canyon. It encompasses Nicholas Canyon, El Pescador, El Matador, Robert Meyer, Lechuza, and Broad Beaches. Even new money has to live somewhere. Zuma Beach, it's clean, it's wide, it's basically LA's backyard. If you've ever seen Baywatch, you've seen Zuma, minus the slow-mo. Point Dume is next, the dramatic headland where Charlton Heston saw the Statue of Liberty and realized he'd been on Earth the whole time. Yep, that ending of the Planet of the Apes was filmed right here. Much of the rest of the outdoor scenes were filmed in the hills beyond it at Malibu Creek State Park, which used to be the 20th Century Fox movie ranch, perhaps the subject for another video. And Paradise Cove? It's where locals brunch in flip-flops and where Happy Days filmed Fonzie jumping the shark, which became synonymous with the drop in quality. Thankfully, the food here never experienced that. Then there's Pepperdine University, where student ID includes panoramic ocean views and a strong chance your roommate's dad is on TV. It's famous for producing lawyers, beach volleyball players, and panoramic Instagram shots. We pass Malibu Pier, which doubles as a photo shoot location and a place to overpay for fish tacos or enjoy fine dining at Malibu Farms. Here's Nobu. If you ever want to stop feeling good about yourself, call for a reservation months in advance. They'll quickly put you in your place for having the audacity to even trying to eat there. Next, you'll see the scars from the Palisades Fire, a reminder that living in paradise comes with a fiery price tag. This is also the only place where we got drone footage because much of our trip ran through restricted airspace, and apparently the FAA doesn't think YouTube clout is a valid airspace permit. It's a grim reminder that paradise in California always comes with a fire season. But the chaparral will grow back, and so will the beachside and hillside mansions. But it'll take a lot of years. Then Santa Monica appears like Oz, land of pier, the Pacific Park Ferris wheel, and more electric scooters than any reasonable society should allow. It's been featured in Forrest Gump, Iron Man, and Your Cousin's Vacation slideshow. Even dolphins come out here just for the fun of it. Next up, Marina del Rey, the largest man-made small craft harbor in the US, because size matters when you're docking yachts. I'll put a link to a video showing a sailing charter we took from here in the description below. Then there's LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where planes take off every 90 seconds and the traffic never ends. Suddenly fog, thick as chowder, our visibility goes full Stephen King. Somewhere in there is El Segundo, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, and Torrance. We assume they're still there, but for now, they're Schrodinger's cities. Didn't think we would have a quantum physics reference in this trip, did you? We finally emerged from the gloom to Palos Verdes, the southern tip of the peninsula where cliff meets the clouds. This is the Point Vicente Lighthouse, still flashing warnings since 1926. It's also haunted, according to legend, by a lovelorn woman in white. Because, well, of course it is. Then the cliffside Terranea Resort, oceanfront luxury with yoga, golf, and a strong I made it energy. Those blue umbrellas are Nelson's, a great spot for lunch while staring out towards Catalina Island. It isn't named for Admiral Nelson like you're thinking. It refers to the star of the long-ago series Sea Hunt's lead character, Mike Nelson, so you can see some real vintage diving equipment. Here's Portuguese Bend, one of the fastest-moving landslides in the world. The earth here is slipping towards the sea like a distracted waiter with a tray of cocktails. Seriously, the road has been under repair since always. Maybe the rapidly moving ground stirs up food because we often see dolphins playing here. Oh, and that's the Trump National Golf Course, built on land that's literally sliding into the ocean. Insert your own metaphor here. San Pedro welcomes us with industrial swagger, cargo cranes, container ships, and the LA Long Beach breakwater, one of the longest in the world, at over 8.5 miles. It was built to protect the port from Pacific storms and presumably Godzilla. Now entering Long Beach Harbor. The dome once housed Howard Hughes' Spruce Goose, the largest flying boat ever built and flown exactly once, possibly just to prove it could. If you want to see it now, you'll have to visit the Evergreen Museum in McMinnville, Oregon. There's the Queen Mary, a former luxury liner turned haunted hotel. Stay the night if you enjoy creaky floors, ghost stories, and slightly odd plumbing. Winston's Restaurant serves food that's far better than it needs to be given its location at the aft end of the boat. And finally, Rainbow Marina, right next to Shoreline Village, where you can buy taffy, rent a swan boat, or recover from an epic cruise with a cold drink and a funnel cake. From ports and missile tests to hidden beaches and foggy mysteries, this 70-mile cruise is proof that the California coast is always full of surprises, especially when you do it on a Riviera 47 and dodge a few drone strikes along the way. Like, subscribe, and stay salty, my friends. Thanks for watching.